welcome to the second episode of VAMK Academic Adventures. In this series, we will be talking about student life, career opportunities that are related to international student community, and we have opinions from our personnel and also from the student union, teachers, and even from the students themselves. And I'm Kay, and I'll be the host for this series. And I'm an international business student at VAMK and also doing my trainee currently at the moment. And today we have Otto from VAMOK, the student union, and we'll be talking more about the student community in VAMK in general. So hello, Otto, how are you?
Hello, I'm very good. Thanks for having me. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm doing good as well. Friday, so it's...
Yeah, can't wait for the weekend.
Can't wait for the weekend, yes. So since we are here, can you introduce a little bit more about yourselves, because to our listeners and also our viewers, about more of yourself?
Yes,
please?
of course. So my name is Otto Mäkiniemi. I'm the chairperson of the board for the student union VAMOK. I'm currently on my third year of studies. I study business administration. So I'm a soon-to-be graduate. I'm hoping to graduate by the end of 2024. And this is my second year in the VAMOK board as the chairperson.
Yes, okay. Thank you so much for coming here and participating and sharing your opinion. Yes, so since you're also a student yourself at VAMK and also the chairperson for 2 years continuously, even since I was a freshman, so can you tell us more about the role of the student union and what does it do?
Yeah, of course. So in short, the student union is an organization governed by the students of this particular school, which is VAMK, and we are the people in the board and the representative body are selected every year at the end of the year, close to December. And in short, what we do is we look out for the interests of students and of our members, and we organize a wide range of extracurricular activities for all the students in VAMK and every single member of VAMOK.
Yeah, so basically it is for the students by the students themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Also.
Yeah,
and I've been an active member of also VAMOK also, so I've been always engaged in the activities. And,
yes.
And I know how much the VAMOK also supports the international students, both the full-time and also like the exchange students as well to maximize their studies in VAMK. So can you also elaborate more, because I might miss out some of the activities. So maybe you can tell how it supports the international students in general.
Yeah. Well, as for international students, obviously we look out for the interests of every single student in VAMK, including the international students, whether it be degree students or exchange students. And we also try to help them integrate into Finnish student culture and living in Finland. It's a shock to a lot of international students who move here probably from a lot warmer countries, for example, than Finland. So we help with that. And one of the things that we do is, for example, we try to have these international dinners, especially with exchange students, where they can meet the other exchange students, get to know VAMOK and VAMK, and show off their own culture as well.
Yes. I've been to VAMOK international dinners
Yeah.
also, and a lot of the exchange students, but also the full-time students like us also join occasionally by time. So we learn all not just Finnish, but also around Europe and also all from Asia everywhere. And that is really a great initiative to get to know each other and integrate into the studying student life.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And we have gotten a lot of positive feedback from those, and pretty much every single other event that we do, which is for international students as well. So it's a long way to go until we're at the state where we want to be, but we're on a good track right now.
Yes, I do believe that it's on a good track, and also because I've been to a lot of the events and activities that VAMOK organizes, so it's it makes, even if it's Finnish event, it makes sure that everyone can participate, so there's always English language included as well, so that has been a really great experience so far. And but also apart from the international dinners, what other programs and initiatives VAMOK organize for the international students to more integrate into the Finnish society?
Yeah, there are a lot of things. One thing that we do, we try to have at least one international or only in English events once every semester at least. For example, last fall we did a Sitsit in cooperation with ESN Vaasa, and that was a really big success since Sitsit is a popular student event in the Finnish student culture, but not too many international students know about it. So that was a really fun thing to do, and most of the people there really enjoyed the Sitsit. So for example, we do those, and as you mentioned earlier, we do the Finland 101 course, which is to help international students integrate into the Finnish student life, into Vaasa, and into the Finnish work life as well. So we have, for example, last time we did it, we had the city of Vaasa. People came and talked about Vaasa and all the opportunities for any extracurricular activities in the city. And some heads of big corporations came by, told them about what they do and how they should go about trying to get a job at that particular company or any other major company for that matter. So we're trying to help international students integrate into the Finnish life a bit more. And that has been a great success. I think last time we had just over 70 participants in the course, and I think over 50 of them passed the course. So it's a pass-fail type course.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. And I've been participated in all these activities and events that you mentioned, some of these examples, for example, the Finland 101 or also the international Sitsit, like, which makes me really much more adapted into the Finnish culture because it's all a whole new thing to me as an international student myself. So I would say it is a really great benefit. Like you just get, of course, in the courses, you will get to know more theoretically and all from the experiences. But when you are inside like a social event like a Sitsit, then you get to know the Finnish students more and know about the
exactly.
culture.
Definitely.
So this is like really a great benefit even for an international student myself. So I'm a living proof of
Awesome.
the international student who is getting the benefits. But in terms of the benefits, what other benefits do you think like international students can participate from joining into these kind of activities and events arranged for them?
I would tell every single international student who is new to Vaasa, just be active and try to participate in many different ways and as much as you can, because that is the way that you will get the most out of studying here in Vaasa and in Finland in general. So I would say be active, join the student union. Definitely we usually hold a pub quiz every month and one party usually every month, and we also do sport trials, and for all VAMOK members we have free sport shifts every week, 4 to 5 times a week. So there's a lot to do. So I would say just be active and try to participate in all the events that you can. And you can also check out ESN Vaasa. They have a lot of awesome things for international students here in Vaasa as well.
Yes, I'm also a VAMOK member myself, and also like apart from all the activities and events, I also try to go to like gym because we have the free gym access at the Vaasa Sports Club, and of course sometimes like sports shifts whenever I'm interested in like badminton or badminton or volleyball. Yes, volleyball.
We have volleyball and we also have floorball. Sometimes basketball. We have a lot of different things. They can vary from year to year depending on what the members of VAMOK want. We usually have a questionnaire open at the end of the year to see what can we do better next year and what we should add or take out. So it might vary a little bit, but those are the usual sports we have.
Yes, that's true. And it's kind of always exciting to go bond with also like not just the international students among themselves, but also with other Finnish students, because everyone comes like not just separately international or Finnish, and you bond over these activities and events. So I would say it's been a great also networking and also to make yourself more home at Finland while you're studying.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Yeah, but in terms like you have been a chairperson, and also of course you've been engaging with students like all Finnish and also international. But when it comes to international students, what kinds of challenges do you have to help them overcome?
I think in general still all the problems or most of the problems that international students face are quite personal, and they might vary from person to person. But there are few things that we've seen multiple times. One being that especially when they move here, they have trouble with housing. For example, even getting from the airport to the city centrum and getting the keys to their apartment and knowing what else do you need to do for the apartment. You need to get electricity, you need to pay for the water and all of these things. So for that, we have tutors, which we recruit once a year and then train. We're actually right now in the middle of recruiting new tutors for the upcoming semester starting in the fall. But sometimes the tutors will just tell you, okay, this is the person you need to call and this is the place where you can pick up your keys. But also sometimes we have very active tutors who will actually go there, pick up the keys for the new place with them, with the exchange students or the degree students. So they're a big help. But one big thing that has been a problem, at least for the past maybe 2 years, has been getting the new international students into Finland. I think that's one of the biggest problems. That's something that the student union can't really help with. Our hands are pretty much tied on that. It has to do mostly with the immigration laws in their country of origin where they're coming from. So they might get stuck in this sort of funnel that they can't really get through and head over to Finland. And that, obviously VAMK provides online courses and online classes during that time when they can't make it to Finland, but that also affects their bonding with their classmates. Since they can't really meet up in person, they only can talk through maybe like WhatsApp or Telegram and only see each other online during classes. So that's not optimal. I think it's getting better, but it's still a big problem that we can't really help with too much.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but of course, when it comes to immigration, and it depends a lot on the laws and all the traveling and visa processes. So luckily for me, I was able to come in time, so I didn't have challenges, but I've met other students who also have like challenges with coming to school on time, and then they get a semester late. So a lot of these problems occur. But I think regardless to that, what the student union VAMOK also has been like doing when they are arriving here and also assisting them with guiding. And I think guidance is the most important thing for international students at this point, like because when we get accepted to a university and we get offer letters, but we don't know what else to do because we don't know anything about the towns or the cities that we're in. So like, knowing something about like housing, where to apply, and even if the tutors are guiding, and of course there can be people directly coming and picking up keys, that would be extra help. But even with some guidance, I think it's a lot helpful for international students, like even for myself as well, because of course when you just find there are a lot of information and you don't know which one is the right one. So I think like in terms of that, VAMOK has been doing a great job to support the international students to better integrate and like start their studies smoothly, because once you start to studies, you also have to be ready for your life, staying, you have a room, or else you will not be able to focus on your student life.
Yeah, definitely. I think having the right amount of tutors and good tutors, which is really important, and that's why our tutor trainings are maybe a bit longer and take a little bit more effort than some other student unions, but we have worked on it a lot for this particular reason, that especially for the international students, to help them integrate faster into Finland and the Finnish student life, because it's a big change coming from somewhere maybe even outside the EU, and then you move to Finland and you start to study and you get the entire student life culture. So it's a big shift in your everyday life.
Definitely.
So that's why I really value our tutors. They are really good at what they do, and I'm pretty proud of our tutor trainings. We've thought almost of everything when it comes to the trainings, and I'm really happy with that.
Yes, I think the tutor trainings also covered a lot, like what to bear in mind. Sometimes,
Yeah.
like you might know how to help, but there can always be cultural differences also, like between each other, and then there can be misunderstanding. So how to minimize any like conflicts or any issues. Like there's also cultural awareness in the
Mm,
trainings as well, not just like what to do, but also like the attitude, also soft skills kind of
yeah.
communication training.
Yeah,
So.
definitely.
I've been also mixing with the international students and also the Finnish students together, and I've been having a great balance of knowing some Finnish students as well. But how do you think is the situation of the Finnish students and international students as a community together?
Definitely it can be improved, but I think we're at a pretty good place right now. Since VAMK is a bilingual school, Finnish and English, and almost every single student at VAMK knows English well enough to talk with international students, even though it's not their native language. So I don't think, or I think that it's pretty good. There are, of course, as you mentioned, there are some cultural differences that we can, as the student union, we can see those differences. But in general, I think it's quite good. Obviously, there are things to improve on, but that it depends on a lot of different factors. It might be we need to educate our tutors better, and it also there is still a level of responsibility on the students themselves to be active and try to make friends inside of their class and
Yes.
even with the Finnish speaking students. So we try to help as much as we can, but they also need to be active themselves
Yes,
to
that's
make
true.
that happen.
That's true. I agree as well, because like being active is really important. Whether like no matter how much like the student union can support, it will not be effective unless the student themselves can be more active and
Yeah.
more engaged in activities as well. Because there's a lot to do, but it's up to us, the students, to also grab the opportunities to become one, and or else it will be kind of just you'll feel not comfortable studying, and that's also so. And also I know that like if we have issues, we can always contact to the like harassment contact persons in
Yeah.
VAMOK. So like that is also I think really helpful, because I've experienced like some exchange students coming to VAM, and then there are some misunderstandings between other exchange students among themselves, and then tutors can like also guide them to contact to the
Yeah.
harassment contact person, so they can proceed with how to resolve this issue and how to minimize any bad results.
Yeah.
I think pretty far VAMK has been like international itself, so it has been not really much of a problem. So I think now the student community is pretty nice.
Yeah, not really, since VAMK is a bilingual and VAMK has a big goal of being a very international school, which I think is really good. I think Finland definitely needs more international students, and in Vaasa, especially when there's such good employment opportunities, I think Vaasa really could benefit from a lot of international students, and I think it's really good that VAMK is actively trying to get more international students here and trying to integrate them into the Finnish life a bit better, into the Finnish working life, so that the people who come here would want to stay here even after their studies,
Yes.
raise a family here and get a job and live their life here in Vaasa.
Yeah, and of course it all comes down like how they have enjoyed their studies.
Yeah, exactly.
Life in
Yeah.
like so the role that the school itself and also the VAMOK plays in the students' life on how they can enjoy is really precious, I would say. So they would like say, yeah, I belong to VAMK, like I belong to
Yeah.
here, even though I came from a different country. So you get that kind of familiar sense of belonging, like when you enjoy your student life community.
Yeah.
So how do you envision in the future?
I would really love to see more international students in VAMK. Even there are plenty, but even more, and just have the student community a little bit tighter. Try to integrate the Finnish culture with the different international cultures we have, and try to create a big student community. That would be my dream. Obviously, I don't think that's even possible, so that everyone would be included in that, but that's my dream, and I think we're on the right track getting there at the moment. And it also depends a lot on the students' activities,
So
but
true.
we need to create an environment where the international and the Finnish students can enter all these different things, whether it be events or career events or recruitment events or anything like this. We need to create an environment where it's easy for the students to participate in all of these activities. So I think that's how I would envision it. It'll be better.
Yes.
I truly hope and I truly believe that. And I want the student union to be a part of it and make it easy for the students to create that big community, because we can't create it for them. We can only create the framework for that community.
Yeah, that's true, definitely. And it's really heartwarming to hear from a Finnish local student like you, also themselves, like you're welcoming more international students, like happily welcoming. So it feels more encouraging for the other upcoming international students, and of course all the existing students like me to more like stay in Finland more as well, because it feels much more welcomed, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
good to hear.
Yeah, definitely. So do you have any like messages or advices to upcoming international students who would like to come to study to VAMK and anything in general?
With the risk of repeating myself a lot, I would say if I could only give one piece of advice, I would say be active. As the VAMK slogan goes, be bold.
Be bold.
Be
Yes.
bold. So come here, take part in everything you can. Try to go to events, go to recruitment events. Try to create a network, not only for your career, but for your life. Because if you come here and you be active, you will make a lot new friends, and you will learn a lot about the Finnish culture. So I would sum it up: be bold if you come here, and please come here.
Yes, thank you. I'm bold enough also, I guess.
Yeah, you are.
I am being active. So yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much. That is really a nice discussion. And I think I've reflected on my stay here as 2 years, of course, including this year. And I have been enjoying and as much as I can actively participating in these events. And it's not just about jobs and everything. It's all about social connections and how you feel connected to these people. And you know, when you're connected, you also get the network to more possibilities, like so much more possibilities that you will know. You will one day you're just classmates, but next day you can be business partners together.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. The sky is the limit.
Yeah, the sky is the limit. So be bold.
Be bold. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Otto, for having us with us today. So
Thank you for having me.
yes, thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Thank you everyone for tuning in to this episode of VAMK Academic Adventures. We will see you in the next episode.